Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm just going to do a quick walkthrough of this album. It's an album using Carta Bella Little Goose collection, and some of the pages are on the A Little Magpie blog post from April 2026. I want to show this album because I'm actually going to be raffling this album for the Warrington crop, the Warrington crop in June. So I'm just going to go a quick through of what I've done and try to explain some of the pages. As well as raffling this album off, I'll also be adding all the extra bits and pieces that the collection, so whoever wins the raffle will have plenty of extra bits that they can embellish the pages with, and maybe even add some more pages as they will. So I started off by potentially using all pocket pages, but there are a couple of pages that are outside the pocket, which really gives it a nice flow. And as it's all one collection, it's all a continuous album. So the first page, I have not decorated the front or the back, I've just left it plain. And I'm using a 6x8 Simple Stories album as well, with pocket page protectors from Simple Stories. So on this first page, I have just done a straightforward 2 6x4, just a bit of embellishments on here. I'm sorry if you've got any glare to the page because of the lights. I'm doing this I'm doing this in real time on an evening, so I've got my lamp on over the stand. So I've just done a simple 6x4 insert, and I've left the side blank here, so you could have a photograph, you could add some more embellishments if they wanted to. So on this, I've just done a few of the, let me just get a piece of paper so I can put it as a plain background. So I've done four tags using, I did use a pre-made tag, and I've just covered it in pattern paper. This one, I have done it so it's actually a pocket as well. So you've got a little tag inside it. Again, you don't have to use that in this instant. You could use a photograph if you want to. I've added some ribbon, but I've just done 4 little tags so they can use them on the pages, or just use it into, like I've just done and showed you previously. Just pop it into a 6x4 page protector. So that's my first page. And again, obviously none of the pages are numbered, so whoever wins it can put the pages however they want to. I've just popped them in there with a spare piece of card, only because I'm going to photograph it, and I just wanted something to have the back of it. And then this one I've done is a 6x8 piece, and again I've just used, can't get it out. I've just used some pattern papers, cut them in various sizes, and some ad stitching, and that's your piece of paper. Again, you could use that just as a filler card, or you can also put a photograph here, or some journaling, or anything like that if you want to in that corner. On the back, I've just done another one that's just circles. Again, you could put a photograph over the top if you wanted to, or add journaling in this. These are pattern papers, so add journaling on the pattern papers, or just leave it as is as a filler card. Another one, now this one, I have actually sewn some pom-pom trim down onto the actual page protector on this one. Again, this one can be used as, I'll take it out because I think you're going to be having a lot of glare. Yeah, I do. So this one, again, just using everything in this album is all from the same kit. I'll put a link in the description box below of the kit that I got from A Little Magpie. So again, you could put another photograph up here, or journaling, or just have it as a filler card. And then another one, Again, just simple design. I've left everything simple. I've not put, I don't think I put any enamel dots on anything or brads. Because I wanted that, I knew I was going to not give it away, I knew I was going to raffle this album, so I just wanted to make sure that there was pages done, but the person who receives it will be able to add to it as they wish and not be confined with the brads and things like that. So there's the paper. I've just machine stitched it down the edge of the thing just to give it some extra texture. And then I'll pull them back to back. So I've got two 4x6, sorry, I'm trying to find that piece of paper. 4x6 papers here, cards here. Again, just simply decorated. I think I went a bit overboard on this, so this one's going to be a filler card because I don't think you can put any photographs on that one. Again, I've just used my circle punches and again just made another filler card as well. I've added some 3D foam to a sticker and just add it on the top. So that was front and back of that 6x4. I've used a variety of different sizes of page protectors as well. So you've got a nice floor throughout the album, but everything's not all the same. And then these are the cut apart sheets. So I've just cut them apart. And I've just added a black line around the outside, which I think on most of them I have added that black line around the outside. So then again, there's filler cards. So as they're in the album, you could put your filler card on one side and have a 3x4 photograph on the other, if you so wish. And then the other one is, again, I've just done a simple card. Again, you can add journal in there. And then another cut apart sheet where I've just put the black lines around the outside. Then I've got a different size one. I think this is one from my old, it wasn't in the album, it's one from my collection that I've got. So it's a 6x4 in the middle and it's got 6 2x2s on the outside. So I've left it as is, if you will. And so that you can either put another 2x2 card in that space, or you can put a photograph. And again, I've left this blank so you can add some journaling, you can add a photograph there. And then this one, I've done an out of pocket page, and it's just a straightforward flip over. I have put some blank card spaces just to get the person who does receive this album to know what size photographs they can use. Now, they don't have to use the same size photograph. They can cover that up and use different photographs if they so wish, or a journaling card or something like that. So this will hold a 6x4 and a 3x4 on that side, and it's literally just a flip over. I have added some sequins on there, and I've also added some of the pom-pom trim on the outside, and I've left the back blank so that you can add another photograph or just leave it blank or add some more embellishments if you so wish. And then this is another one from my stash. So it's a 6x4 portrait size. Again, a cut apart sheet that I have just cut it out. They're great for fillers when you're doing an album like this, and these cut apart sheets are great for filler pages, especially if you've not got a lot of photographs. If it's one you want to use an album to document a theme, if you will. So, for example, if we were going to go to a wedding and you wanted the album to have all the wedding photographs in, and you've not got as much as you thought you might have, these little cut apart cards are great to just fill that extra blank space, and you don't have to think, oh, I need to fill every space with a photograph. So that's 2 on there from the 6x4 size. And then with this one, I've done it so it's sort of in pocket, out pocket, if you will. So it is a flip up like that. So it's outside the pocket, but it is a flip up. You can see. Again, I have not put any indication on the inside of what you can put. So you can have photographs, journaling, leave it as is if you want. You can have photographs down here, hidden journaling up there, or extra photographs up there. Completely up to the individual. Again, I've left the back blank. And then on the reverse side, I have just done another card. I keep on calling these filler cards, but they don't necessarily have to be filler cards, because you can put a photograph along there and add some journaling and also embellish it extra as you wish. Oops. Close that. And then these, I think, yes, these are all, I've just plain white card that I've cut down to size. So these are 6x4s and 3x4s. Again, like I said previously, you can use them as filler cards or add journaling or add photographs or anything like that that you want to do. So that's that one, and then the reverse is another one. Of course, I've used stickers with this. Like I said, I'm going to add a little envelope with all the extra bits and things. So there's part of the sticker books. There's the 6x6 6-size picture paper pad. There's some 12x12 papers. There's some trims and things like that. Is going to be all added so that people can use. And I've done some die cutting using one of my dies. So I've let the spare die cuts that I've not used, I've put them in the little bag as well, so that they've got extra bits to add to it. And then that one, I've literally just left it blank so that you could just add a photograph straight away if you wanted to. Or like this one where I've used part of a sticker from the sticker book, added some foam pads behind the sticker and just add it as an embellishment on the middle of the page. And then reverse, I've done one there. And then this one, I just wanted a bit fancy, well, not fancy, a bit different. So I've just added some thread over the backs around the middle, just wrapped it a couple of times around the middle just to make a bit something different, so I've got a bit more texture on. Then again, adding 3D foam pad to the back of the sticker before I add it onto there. Then I've got a 6x4 no, it's not 6x4, sorry, 3x4 pocket pages. So I've got 4 3x4 pocket pages, again using the cut apart sheet, or the some of these could be the what they're called, journaling bits and pieces pack, but I think it's mainly the cut apart sheets that I've used on these. So again, I've just got some cut apart sheets from there. Yes, they are cut apart. I can just see faintly I've not cut that proper, so I have to amend that. And also them two have not got black lines, so I'm going to sort that out, put them to one side. And then again, 2 more little 3x4 cards. And then on this one, I've just made a little pocket so I can put 2 little tags in. So I've punched the tags out with pattern paper, and again, you can add a photograph behind them, or you can add some journaling, put some journaling strips on there, or word strips that are out of the sticker book, or just leave it as is. And all these, like I said before, all these cards can be decorated further. And then I've got another out of pocket page, and again it's a flip out. So on this one, I've just put the position of 2 3x4 photographs. Again, left this blank space so you can add journaling, more photographs, stickers or whatever. I've decorated the front, and again I've left the back blank, so sorry, the back can be, you can add more photographs on the back. On this one is just a 6x8. Again, I've left the middle bit blank, so I've die cut a shape. So on that, I think it's just less than 3x4. So you could have a photograph on there if you wanted to. There's enough room to have photograph and maybe some journaling at the top, and even add more embellishments to that page. That's just a 6x8. And then I have another 2 cut apart sheets that are what are they, 6x4 6x4 portrait. So again, 2 cut apart sheets just using as is. And then I have done some, I normally do this sort of style in my December dailies, if I do my December Christmas albums. So I like to do the flip up. So I've got half in and half out. So again, you could have a photograph in here or journaling. So I've done 2 of those. I think I've done more than that, but I've done 2 of those, which are 3x4. And then I've got another 6x4. Sorry, I'm losing what I'm talking about. I've got another 6x4 card. Again, I've put a space so you can put a 3x4 photograph on that side, or journaling or whatever you want to do. On the reverse, I've done again the same die cut. That's just from some cardstock, and again it can be add a photograph or journaling or just leave it as is. And again, you see I've done the insides of those. So I've done the insides of those. I've just done so they're mirrored together like that. But obviously, because it's whoever's albums it's going to be, they don't have to always be together as I'm putting them in the album. They can be, one can be at the front, one can be at the back, or wherever they want them to go, where it fits them. And then another 2 little cards I've made, 3x4 cards. Again, as I keep on saying, as filler cards. I have to stop using that word, but that's what I keep on calling them. And then another flip out, and even a tuck in. So again, on this one I have done machine stitch the pom-pom trim down the outside. Again, plenty of room to add photographs, journaling, more decorations on the front, on the inside, and also on the back. Now on this one, I have not stuck anything on the back of any of the cards, so they can, if people want to do, they can stick them back on the end of the cards or use them so they can use them wherever they want to. And then this one, I've just done it, basically mirror copied a 3x4 pocket page and just put the blank page where you would put your photographs there, but it's on a 6x8 sheet. And then I've also done this little, I'm not sure if they still do these 2x2 pocket pages. So I have done this one. Get me out my little sheet back together. So I've done this as so I've got 2x2. So each little tag card, whatever you want to call it, it measures 4x2 across, and I've decorated all the fronts, all the insides, and this is definitely a filler card. But again, you don't, there'll be an extra one of these wallets I'm going to put in that holds the 6x2. So if you wanted to put photographs in that space, for example, you can do, and you can still use this elsewhere in the other pocket page I'm gonna add. And then what I did do, so I've done all them, and then what I did, I went through them all and I added some sequins, just to give it some texture and some colour, and I machine stitched the top closed so the sequins don't come out, and I've just added some twine to the little pocket envelopes. And I think that was my last page. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to be raffling this prize off at the Warrington crop. We're trying to raise funds for the hall that we stop in. We've only just recently found out it's a charity and it's running low of funds. So Sarah decided to have the crop as the June crop as a charity one. So all money raised will go straight to them. So thank you very much for listening to my ramblings on about this album. I hope you like the pages that I've done and maybe got some inspiration. I will be putting some of these pages on my Instagram in the next couple of days, and also if you want to see some more close-ups of these pages, I'll leave the link below in my in the description box of the blog post that I did, that I've got a few of these pages, and I know it's got the tags on one of them. and how I did the tags and things like that. If you've got any questions, please ask below and I'll be happy to answer any questions. Thank you very much for watching, and I should be back hopefully in July and uploading more videos. I sort of had a bit of a break, and it's taken me a while to get back into things, so hopefully in July I'll be able to add more videos, process videos. Thank you very much for watching. If you don't subscribe, please subscribe and like my channel. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.